The weakness has never ever been in the Quran. Never, never. People question it. Subhanallah, people even question that. They say, how comes in the Sahaba time, like if you look in the time of the Sahaba, radiallahu anhum ajma'in, they, according to a hadith of Bukhari, there was 30 different companions passing by a village, and there was a person that was bitten by a snake, and they said, Hal minkum min raqin, is there anyone that can cure someone from snake poison? So the Sahaba said, okay, if you do this, what will you give us? So they said, okay, we will give you, they agreed to 30 goats, I think it was. And then they said, okay, one of the Sahabis stepped forward, he went up to the person and he just read Surah Fatiha. He didn't go and get a book, hocus pocus, waving a magic wand, or he just read Surah Fatiha. And he blew onto this individual's leg, and then the poison was basically out of the body. And the person was completely cured just through Surah Fatiha. That Fatiha at that time was used. Have you come across anyone who can just sit there and go around to patients who are being struck by a snake and just read Surah Fatiha? Hey man, you should be better by now. The guy's screaming, ah! Why? Is it the Quran? The question is not with the Quran. The question is with the reader. And I'm telling you today, there are people in the world, that just through Surah Fatiha, they can cure, just like, and it's not they cure. I mean, obviously there are sabab, there are means. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring that cure about just through Surah Fatiha. And there are people still alive in this world today, but they're very rare. Most of us would probably need a lot more to read than that, just to get that cure to come about. The cure, we don't bring the cure, obviously Allah brings the cure, it's His words of the Holy Quran. But the one thing that I want us to understand is that the Quran in no way is any lesser in degree of power than what it was in its time of revelation. It's actually exactly the same power. But the power of the Quran, when it comes to ruqya, when you want to blow onto someone because they are affected by something, the power of the Quran is contingent upon the nature of the body that reads it. See, the body that reads it, it depends on the a'mal and the good action that the body does, and the purity of the heart. The more pure the heart is, the more grounded the beliefs of the Quran Sunnah are, the greater the actions that have been performed by that body, the limbs of that body, the tongue of that body, the eyes of that body. The more that the eyes of that body have stayed away from obscenity, from evil looking, the more the ears have stayed away from haram, and the tongue has stayed away from lying and ghiba and haram, the greater the effect of that will be, of that reading will be when they read.